Shalom. Before I begin this video, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachak, and also double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that continually rule very well to this very day. That's feeding the flock through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And also Shalom to the whole elect that is laboring as well in his work. That's giving you due diligence to make your calling and election sure, in faith and in truth and sincerity and in all charity. Now, the topic of this video is going to be entitled, Israel is permanently sealed. Okay, Israel is permanently sealed. Okay, because this is something that these so-called Christians, or these whacked out Christians that's in these churches, they can't get over the fact that that Israel is set for the Most High, or the Most High has set Israel to himself, and that's a permanent sealing. Okay, the Lord is not dealing with any other nation other than the nation of Israel. Okay, that's who the Most High has love for, and that's who he cares about. Okay, and there's plenty of scriptures that tell you that. Among all of them, especially Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6, it tells you that Israel is above all people upon the face of the earth. Okay, and the Lord chose Israel to be to himself. Okay, he's chosen Israel to be his son. Okay, that's why scriptures say Israel is my son, even my firstborn. Okay, but here's a question that we like to pose to these Christians, especially the ones who are calling themselves apologetics, especially among them is Vocab Malone. You know, if the Most High has given his covenant and his promises to every single person on the planet Earth, all the nations, okay, if that was the case, then why do we still have the sun and the moon set as ordinances? You know, why does the sun still set, or the sun still rises and falls, and why does the moon still give her light? All right, and then retracts her light. Okay, the reason why the sun still has ordinance, the reason why it still is able to go down and to go up, to rise, and to go back down and to set, and the moon gives her light, is because the Lord still has his covenant with Israel. All right, he still has given his covenant, his promises over to the nation of Israel, and he has not dealt so with any nation. Okay, pursuant to the book of Psalms. All right, and I'll prove it to you. Okay, so first I want to grab Romans chapter 11, and this is at verse 1. That says, I say then, hath the Most High cast away his people? And that's what these people, or the majority of people, think. They think that the Lord cast away Israel, or the nation of Israel, and now he's dealing with every single nation on the planet Earth. But here it is, you have Paul, who these people love to hide behind, right? And to go to his letters to prove, you know, that he's dealing with every single person on the planet Earth, all the nations. Where here's Romans chapter 11 verse 1. It says, I say then, hath the Most High cast away his people? The Most High forbid. All right. In other words, in today's terms, it would be hell no. Okay. Reading on, it says, for I am also an Israelite. Okay, and that cuts the statement that Paul was a Greek. Okay, no, Paul is the Israelite. Okay. The only thing about Paul was that he had Greek and Roman citizenship. Okay, he received citizenship in the city, or in the cities of Greece and Rome. Okay, and all a part of that region. Okay, so again it says, for I am also an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. So Paul is from the tribe of Benjamin. All right, his forefathers come from the tribe of Benjamin. All right. Verse 2, it says, the Most High hath not cast away his people, which he foreknew. Okay, so it's going all the way back to the beginning, even though also as well in the scriptures it says, I I shall not have you ignorant that all of our fathers were under the cloud. Okay, and what was that talking about? That's talking about when we was coming out of the land of Egypt. All right, and we were led by the scriptures deeming as a cloud, in which we know what that's talking about. Okay, a cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. Okay, verse 2 again, it says, the Most High hath not cast away his people which he foreknew. What ye not what the scripture saith of Elias, how he maketh intercession to the Most High against Israel, saying, Lord, they have killed thy prophets and digged down thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. All right, so that's the point in Romans chapter 11, that the Most High has not cast away his people. Okay, and he's not going to cast them away in the future. Okay, which he foreknew. Okay, let me go to the word foreknew real quick. All right, so the word here is prognosko, which sounds like a progenitor or progeny. All right, in which a progenitor or progeny is like when you're dealing with a progenitor that's going to a person, like say for instance Israel. The progenitor of Israel is Jacob and the Edomites. The progenitor of the Edomites is Esau. Okay, so this is the Greek meaning for the word prognosko, which means to have knowledge beforehand, to foreknow of those whom the Most High you can't get around this. Hold on. It says, of those whom the Most High elected to salvation. See? So the Most High foreknew, he has elected salvation to who? Israel. Okay? To predestinate. Okay? The scripture is going to predestination. All right? When you predestinate, that means you already set a destination for somebody. You know, pre means before. And destinate means to destine, or somebody's destiny to it, where you will appear in the future. Okay? And the future that is set for the Israelites is salvation, and which is going to come in the form of the kingdom of the Most High when it's set up. All right? Reading on, it says to know beforehand, i.e. to foresee or foreknow or to ordain. See? So the Lord has not cast away his people, which he have ordained unto salvation. All right? The Lord still has kept that same covenant with Israel all the way from the time when we were set up. Now, the thing is that, you know, you got some people that say that, well, you can be a spiritual Israelite and still receive this. No. Or you have to be of the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay? Which that was where the covenants were established. Okay? Now, move on from there. I'm going to grab, Jeremiah chapter 46. All right, Jeremiah chapter 46. I'm going to start at verse 28. It says, Fear thou not, O Jacob, my servant, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, for I am with thee. For I will make a full end of all the nations, whither I have driven thee. See? But I will not make a full end of thee, but correct thee in measure. Yet will I not leave thee wholly unpunished. Right, pursuant to the book of Amos. I believe it's the 3rd chapter, where it says, you only have I known out of all the families of the earth. So therefore, he's going to punish us for what we did. Okay? Which, rightfully so, because like I said at the beginning of the video, he has appointed us as his son, even as his firstborn. Okay? So the Lord says he's going to make a full end of all the nations, but he's not going to make a full end of us. All right? But at the same time, he's not going to leave us unpunished. All right? Now, I'll move on from there. I'm going to grab Jeremiah chapter 33. See, Jeremiah chapter 33, I'll start at verse 25. All right, Jeremiah chapter 33, verse 25, it says, "Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, if my covenant be not with day and night, and if I have not appointed the ordinances of heaven and earth, then will I cast away the seed of Jacob and David my servant." So if the Lord's covenant be not with the day and the night, and he's not appointing the ordinances of heaven and earth, right? You have days, you have seasons, all right? You have the sun and the moon, that's the rising of the sun and the setting of the sun. You have the moon that's set to give her light and retract her light. These are ordinances of heaven, okay? Now, if these be not with the Most High, right? If he have not appointed these things, then will he cast away the seed of Jacob and David his servant. See that? And do we still have these same ordinances today? Yes, we do. Okay? So guess what? He still has kept the seed of Jacob and David his servant. Okay? Read us, so that I will not take any of his seed to be rulers over the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, for I will cause their captivity to return and have mercy on them. All right? Now, the point is really driven home with Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 35, right? So Jeremiah chapter 31, and this is at verse 35. Okay, Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 35. It said, "Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divided the sea when the waves thereof war. The Lord of hosts, Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, is his name." All right, so he gave the sun for a light by day, and the ordinance of the moon and the stars for a light by night, right? Now, verse 36, it says, "If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashmiel Shai." So if those things do no longer exist, all right, if there's no sun, no moon, no stars, right, no ordinances that he has set up, right? If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. Okay, now even the point is driven home even further, right? "Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath," right? And guess what? These devils, all right, which are these Edomites, right? Which is the true biblical nationality of the so-called white man. And he tried to do this. He tried to go out to the moon and further out past the moon to Mars, to Jupiter, all these other planets out there, and try to reach measure the heights of the heavens and try to find out the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, right? The seas, the oceans, all right, underground, everything. Esau has attempted to search these things out, all right? So, and try to measure them out. Why? Because they're trying to have it to where the Most High do away with Israel, all right? There's no coincidence why this man is continually trying to explore the heights of the heaven and measure it out, all right? Because he's hoping that by doing this, that he's going to trump what the Most High has set up and established in order for him to do away with the nation of Israel, all right? See, there's a method to the madness, okay? So verse 37 again says, "Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, if heaven above can be measured and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashmiel Shai." So the Lord's going to hold us accountable to what we have done if they're able to search these things out and measure them. But guess what? This man's still trying to search out and measure the heights of the heaven and the foundation of the earth beneath, okay? And he's going to fail in doing that, okay? So guess what? Even to this very day, and even to the future, the Lord is not going to cast away the seed of Israel for everything that we've done, okay? The Lord still has shown us mercy by his son, Yahweh Shai, being sent forth to be an intercessor for us, okay? And that's why we have hope. And that hope is that the elect of the nation of Israel is set up so that we can receive mercy, man, which Lord's will, we're a part of that hopefully elect number. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and end off on that note. Lord's will is edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. Until next time when I set up or do another show, another video, hopefully it's edifying again. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well to this day, and also Shalom, peace and safety, and salutations to the hopefully elect that's our labor in this work as well. Give your diligence to make your calling, election sure, in faith, truth, and sincerity, and all charity. Give that, that's a Shalom.